we're back with more Rusty Road.
You sound so unenthused.
We are tired.
We are. God damn it.
We are never gonna be in a stream where we do not forget to make the announcement.
It's always one thing. I'd just like to point out, last time we did a Rusty Road session, I think you and Tavi know, last time, viewers, that we did a Rusty Road session, 10 minutes into the session, like 10 minutes into our first heist, I realized I forgot to open OBS. So, whoops.
What?
You knew that, remember? We restarted, and you yelled at me, and then we restarted, and it was fine, mostly. Yes, it's episode 4.
This is episode 4 of Rusty Roads, recorded live on January 9th, 2015.
Damn it, I was gonna say 2011, you bastard. We're playing the heist beta?
I thought it was released in 2011. No, it was released in 2000. Wait, when was this released?
October 2011, so January
Oh.
9th. Not exist. So
Well, I guess let's get into this. We're doing Diamond Heist Loud.
Oh, we're going live on that.
Yeah,
Alright.
Tavi said on the, the first thing she said was, we're doing this loud.
Oh yeah, I was tinkering with the settings, I didn't see it. So we will
Alright,
take
so-
this time to go over our standard Rusty Road rules, as we do once per episode. Very simple stuff. 3 heists per episode, 3 attempts per heist. And if we fail all 3 attempts of a heist, we cut the episode there. And that's...
Since we're doing this loud, I got my preferred loadout out.
I've got my preferred loadout because it's all I have. Because we're level 19.
Yeah, we're gonna reach level 193 in no time.
Breach 2011.
Wait, Diamond Heist wasn't at the release. There was like only one heist at the release of the game, and it was First World Bank.
That was just the demo.
The demo? I thought someone said on the forums that it was just First World Bank, it wasn't just the demo.
No, that was the demo. Aside from Counterfeit, Undercover, and No Mercy, every heist was in a release.
Hmm.
The other 6 were in there at the beginning.
Stay low, stay dark, avoid guards and gunfire.
Anyway, I guess let's talk about some things. First thing first is we gotta get this out of the way first. The big elephant in the room. The bomb.
Oh yes, that's probably coming out Thursday.
Next
This
week.
Thursday, from when it... So that would be January...
12th? No.
Be
God,
later
no.
than
Wait.
that.
January 12th would be the day before all the hype stuff starts up.
20
So it'd be
Yeah,
January
12th would be-
15th.
The 12th would be Monday.
It would be the 15th. It would be released then.
Right.
Now here's our predictions, and so far they've been very accurate. Our predictions are either it's going to be the bomb DLC, which is possibly most likely not going to be free. It's probably going to be like $6.99 as usual, or it will be and it will be the Infamy update, which will add Infamy Level 2, seeing as there's way too many achievements for just one heist.
Right. The previous record for heist to achievement ratio is the Diamond, and that only had 7. And one of which wasn't even on that heist.
Yeah, one was just Knockout, wasn't it? Oh yeah, Tabula.
Knockout was its own.
Yeah, I was not sure. Plus,
The achievement
Well,
titles are in Croatian. And
which is where Lion's Game Lion is located. And
And,
if you guys don't know, Lion Game Lion was hired by Overkill to co-develop heists
under
for the
contract
future
with
development.
Butcher.
Yeah, and a new contractor. Somebody named the Butcher, who we have very little info on. So, honestly, I feel that they might possibly release a teaser trailer, or like how they did Meet the Dentist or whatever it was
Right.
called. They showed this. I think they might release that over the weekend if this is the bomb, or at least on Monday. Because if they don't, they're really giving us short notice and very little info on the Butcher.
Right. All we know of the Butcher right now is we're stealing a bomb for him from the military.
An armored transport. Well, not an armored transport. We're in a military convoy.
Something like that.
Well, that's what we think anyway. I haven't really checked the CrimeNet page again.
And according to Simon, the Butcher was cast sometime during Crime Fest.
Also, this is just a small prediction, but I feel that it might actually be the Scottish voice actor or actress, I might say, that they said was going to voice Clover, but they changed her since they changed her last minute. They said that they were going to use her again. So that's either, to me, that's either going to be a second female character being added into the game as playable character, her voicing the Butcher, or possibly her voicing one of the new special unit.
I think it's going to be probably the new player character.
Which honestly, we don't even know if there is going to be a new playable character.
Well, there probably is, because the lines she recorded were all as a heister. So like, you follow me, you follow me. And if you look in the game files, Clover is labeled as female 1.
Yeah.
And also, I'm fairly certain Simon said she wasn't going to be the Butcher.
Well, then darn.
I might be wrong, but
I'll have to go through his tweets again, but if you guys want to really find some leaked stuff, honestly just watch Simon's Twitter. He leaks a lot of stuff all the time. Or he'll leak out hints.
He'll either give out hints or give production notes. And as we're doing now, you can usually get some good speculation that's usually pretty accurate through his production notes and stuff.
Personally, I just gotta say, I was actually kind of disappointed, because I've just been waiting for Casino for like 2 years now, and I'm like, where is it? Please, Overkill, please, so you could.
They did find that more assets for it were added in the...
oh yeah, they found a lot of assets this past week. Even more?
They found more today.
What did they find?
Just more like Civ animations and stuff, but...
Didn't they find an entire folder labeled Casino?
Yep.
Yeah. And for anyone who's wondering, what we're talking about is this past week there was a major... Well, I wouldn't say too major, but not like Sony big major, but like a kind of major leak of files where inside the game files there were shown to be different files for certain things, such as the casino heist, which showed walking animations for guards and civvies, and idle animations for guards and civvies, and then they also found Undercover, which, if you guys have watched our previous streams, is a heist from Payday the Heist, which could be meaning that they are possibly porting over Undercover to Payday 2, which honestly I would be kind of confused, seeing as Almir has basically said multiple times that they would rather just work on new heists rather than porting over ones. But now that I think about it, since they now have a 2-year basically time limit, essentially they might have more time on their hands, which allows them to take on more bigger projects, which might allow them to port over maps from Payday the Heist to Payday 2, but that's just like a guess, so...
Right.
I wouldn't...
Let me just say, everything we've been talking about so far, that's all Payday 2. We haven't actually mentioned that yet.
Yeah, we probably should have... Well, no, I've said some things about Payday 2.
Right.
But you know,
they have a lot of extra time now, because keep in mind, if their original production schedule from when Payday 2 first released was going to be held up, production will have stopped last month.
Yeah, essentially.
If they kept their original schedule.
And Payday 2 would be dead, and the Diamond, or actually the Golden Grand Casino, would probably be the last DLC released.
And it probably would have been rushed and really bad.
Yeah, and Lions would have taken over as the main map designer, and those probably would have been like twice a year releases, honestly, seeing as they are such a small company and such a startup company.
Right.
If you go to their website, it's literally just their logo.
On a blank page.
Yeah.
Almir was even saying in the Crime Fest page where they announced the collaboration with LGL, Almir
Yeah.
on the page says, LGL needs this deal, they need our help to stand on their own feet. He outright says that.
Yeah, these guys have essentially done literally almost nothing for the past, what, 2 years now?
Close to
Or
it.
technically 3?
They've been working since early 2013 as LGL, so...
Oh, okay. So yeah, about 2 years. So this will probably, from the sales, if the bomb DLC, it's honestly, it's got to be sold, or else like Lions Game is like going to get nothing unless they're being paid by Overkill. Probably are, but I don't know.
I'm sure they are, but I'd imagine the majority of their profits is going to come from the actual content, as opposed to just being paid for the promise that they'll make content.
Yeah. Because, honestly, this will probably help them start, you know, just...
Doing their own
based. Yeah, essentially. I was also going to say that I might, or we might actually be wrong about Infamy, because one of the original press releases, when they announced the Butcher and the Lions Game Lion crossover and all that, well, I wouldn't say crossover, but co-development, they said that there would be lots of new like weapons and gadgets and stuff, so unless whoever wrote that article was completely full of crap,
which was all there.
yeah, I'm sure that means that we're going to get a lot of good stuff, like probably a lot more weapons than usual, or maybe like new equipment to use, but what I was thinking is maybe there's more achievements this time because there's probably more
New mechanics and stuff.
yeah, more stuff that they're adding than usual. Like maybe like 4 or something dedicated achievements just to weapons, or to achieve something in the map, or something to the equipment that they might be adding.
Right. That'd be pretty cool if they added some new stuff with this.
Yeah.
Because I know most of the community still got kind of a sour taste in their mouth, the Payday 2 community.
Yeah.
Because they feel like they got burned on the diamond because a lot of people...
No weapons.
No weapons, and a lot of people feel like that heist in general was kind of a letdown after both Hotline and Hoxton, which were fantastic.
Oh yeah. Diamond just does not. It's not up to the standards of the previous heist, but you know, it's still a fun heist.
It's
just
definitely really fun.
it's just not as big as the previous projects have been.
It's not as big in scale. It's not like they haven't really done anything new, you know.
Yeah, it's definitely cut down than the previous ones.
The only thing in the Diamond that's kind of new to Payday 2 is the floor
Dong
puzzle.
physics.
Is the Dong physics, of course, and the floor puzzle. But both of these were in Payday 1 anyway, so they are kind of just
Copy and paste.
yeah. They're Hotline is still my favorite because it adds a whole.
Definitely.
Hotline's the only heist in the series.
There's just so much innovation in that heist. There's so many
Right.
different objectives and stuff to do. You're literally almost never sitting still except for a couple times. And even then you're still on your toes because of all the cop spawns.
Yeah. Mall Crasher and Hotline to me definitely stand out because they're the only ones which are like, alright, let's tear shit up. Not like,
You got certain objectives to do, and don't destroy this, don't destroy that, don't kill everyone.
this is how you're going to get money, basically, is most heists. And then there's Mall Crashers, which is like, let's tear crap up, you will earn almost nothing.
It's
And then-
literally just like, go in, make these guys have a bad day, get out, have a nice payday.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, the EXP on Hotline Miami isn't really that bad either.
It definitely is not. I'm level 100, so I can't level up anymore.
But
I
if
did Overkill Hotline today, I would have been like one heist from a level up if I completed Hotline on Overkill.
yeah,
I think I'm gonna go down in just a second.
now here's another thing. Do you think they will? I know this was kind of discussed on the forums a little bit, but it wasn't discussed too much. Do you think if there is being new added infamy this update, do you think that it will actually add a fugitive tier in Infamy?
I was talking about that a little bit. Before I do, I just want to say shout out to the Dragon123. He's been kind of active in chat. We haven't actually looked at that. So shout out to you, good sir. Hope you're having a good evening, enjoying the stream and whatnot. So a fugitive, having the fugitive as its own thing in Infamy. I can't see. I don't know how that would work, because like, isn't the original thing supposed to be there's 14 Infamy levels, right? By the end of Payday 2?
Yeah, or at least they say.
Right. And they would have to bump that number, because they'd have to do a whole other, like, was it 5 for each individual tree?
No, I think it's either 4 or 5, and then it goes and then they all merge into whatever this final one is.
Because I'm a fan of the way they have the Infamy. Fugitive just uses Monopoly cards. I like the way they have it now, which is every time you reach a new tier of Infamy, although currently there's only one tier past the Shades.
Yeah.
The Fugitive also gets the bonus from the first point you put into that.
Yeah, and it just honestly to me it seems kind of unlikely, seeing as it's taken Overkill a very long time just to make the very next tier for all 4.
It's been a year.
And having an entire year since the last one, having to make 2 entire tiers just for a brand new skill tree. Just creating the mask in general is probably taking a lot of work, because you got to make it obviously stand out better than the other masks in the game, because they're for leveling up to essentially level 100 all the way up to level 500,
and then dedicating yourself by setting all that back just for the mask and the skills.
So they've got to
has to be awesome. That mask is a reward for your time and effort in Payday, and therefore it has to be one of the coolest and most memorable ones.
Yeah, and that's what I'm wondering, like, how will the final Infamy mask look? Because that one's got to be really good. It can't just be like, oh, here's a classic, here's a balaclava. It's actually got to be something really good, really awesome.
Okay, if it was a balaclava, the first and only balaclava in the Payday series.
Yeah, but
reward for the final Infamy. I'd be okay with that.
I have a feeling that if they were to ever do one of those meet and greet things, that Elmer did in like Los Angeles and Tokyo, and he did another one of those bets, someone would probably eventually down the line do that.
They made the TCN balaclava.
Yeah, I honestly don't care if people hate on it because it's an actual like clan mask or whatever. I don't give a crap. Personally, I think that's really funny because it's like a balaclava and then you just got sunglasses on it.
My big issue was with the way the balaclava, the TCN thing was handled. Because, like, people were complaining on the Steam forum because even if you change the pattern on the mask or whatever, the TCN is still engraved on it.
Yeah, I kind of wish that would kind of change out, or,
Yeah, people were saying we'd like to be able to take the TCN off the only balaclava.
Yeah.
And it's not fair for those of us that aren't part of the clan, that we have to keep their clan tag on this cool mask. And
yeah, and I feel there's 2 easy solutions to that.
What I don't like about that was... Sorry, go ahead.
There's kind of 2 simple solutions. One, something the community can do and just mod it out, or something that Overkill can do and like implement like a different style for it to where it doesn't have the whole TCN on it. And so if people want to wear it without the TCN, they can just do it, like select something that changes the style of the mask and that does not show the TCN.
Right. That leads me
kind of like the TF2 hats, how you can change different styles on them, but on this, just kind of remove it like that.
Because, like, that leads me to what I was saying, because in the thread I was talking about where it's like, we don't like that if we're not part of the clan, we kind of have to suffer, we still just keep their name on our mask. Amir and even Simon, who almost never uses Steam, they both popped onto the thread and they're like, well, this is us working with that segment of the community. They want it in the Poetry Jam. They want it fair and square. You don't like it. Well, too bad. This is how it is.
Which is kind of true. It was their reward.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, all the other masks do kind of have patterns on them. And, like, you can override those.
Yeah, that's true.
And, like, I get... I don't know, because, like, keep in mind, TCN already has a whole bunch of, like, shoutouts and tributes in-game, too.
Yeah, there's a ton of them. Like, just go to the Diamond Memorial thing and you'll see a ton
of the graffiti at the safe house or Framing Frames or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's like, do you really need your own mask where we can't even take it off?
I mean, it's just very big and it's
literally
very
in your
debatable.
face. I don't
It's
know.
very, very debatable, honestly. We should honestly just, like, sit... Oh god, I just run past a Cloaker.
I think we did just spend a good 10 minutes on that.
Yeah, okay, we should probably move on to a different subject, and I should probably get into cover.
Back on the topic of LGL, we can almost safely assume their heists, all of their Butcher heists are going to be paid, or at least the first few.
Yeah.
Because if what we know so far is true, LGL's not doing too hot.
No. Literally all they can probably... I'm not sure if it's that they can only afford this, or they just choose to be simple. Again, their website is just literally just a picture.
They haven't done anything yet. Like, they've been on the field for...
And honestly...
They've been in the gaming field for...
2 years.
They just had their 2-year anniversary, and they have not announced... They haven't even announced or revealed anything, aside from their name, logo, and that they're working on Payday.
And they're working with Overkill. And on top of that, I honestly feel like if this DLC, this is what makes or breaks them. This is what decides whether they survive or stay. Personally, I think it's going to be good, seeing as they're old Overkill developers, probably people who worked on, some of the Payday the Heist maps. And honestly, these are some of the funnest maps in the Payday universe. Well, arguably, anyway.
I agree 100%. These are... I feel like, and I said this in one of our earlier streams, Payday 1 is more kind of heist movie, shoot 'em up like Heat or Casino or whatever.
Yeah, Casino 11.
And Payday 2 is more your standard action shooter.
Yeah.
And so, like, because LGL is made of entirely industry veterans, most of whom are from Overkill, but they've also got some picked and pulled from other places. Like, the studio founder, he worked with Ilya in the level design crew. And
which honestly is very good.
Yeah.
And
that makes me very hopeful.
Which I honestly, I hope, and I really am hoping that when we finally get to play this the bomb heist, that it kind of feels like a Payday the Heist map. Like it feels like a Payday the Heist heist.
Right.
Like it's got just the feel of being in a... Oh boy.
Oh. Rise, you said that it opened.
Wow. Anyway.
But yeah, I definitely agree that, like, the Butcher definitely has to sell some heists, because basically, I feel like if the Butcher's DLC flops, LGL's probably going to go down with it. Or at least they're going to have to be bought out by, like, Overkill or Starbreeze or whatever.
Well, they'd have to be bought out by Starbreeze, seeing as Overkill is owned by Starbreeze.
Yeah, they got bought out too.
Yeah. And I honestly, I don't understand how, because didn't Payday the Heist sell really well?
It did, but they spent more making it than it made back.
I see.
Because
So they bit off
was-
more than they could chew.
Right. Although it was an acclaimed game, and we're still playing it like 3 years later, even after
Yeah, it's essentially like a cult game. It's got a cult following.
Although it's a great game, it's basically an unknown to most people. I'd say it's fair to say almost, what, less than 10,000 people knew what this game was until Payday 2 came out.
Yeah, if someone ever asks me what's a good PC game, I'm getting into PC gaming, I'll probably instantly show them towards Payday the Heist, but not Payday 2 because, I mean, I'd show them it, but later on, if they were to get into PC gaming, I wouldn't show Payday 2 to new players. If someone just started getting into PC gaming, I wouldn't show them that because they'd need to get some experience in how the community works. Payday the Heist, it's just you can jump in, and since the community isn't very active, you don't really get that many, D-bags and hackers and all that.
Right. I have an issue with Javier, we're coming. No, don't go to the light. Oh, you went to the light. What did I just say? But my biggest issue with it's just chains. With the Payday 2 community, they're very elitist.
Yes, it's like you have to have
it's
this.
It's like a MOBA, man.
Yeah, that's why if I'm gonna play online, I'm gonna either play with you guys or some other friends I know, or I'm going to host the game.
Right.
Because if you play pubs and you're not the host, it's essentially this build or go die, essentially.
Yeah.
Because you've got some very, just hardcore people on a game that's not really that too hardcore.
Right. Most of the community...
Yeah, definitely. I have been kicked from games because I played for 500 hours and hadn't gone.
You'll get an achievement, that's fine. Sorry, go ahead.
I've actually been kicked from games for being level 80 but having like 400 or 300 hours, and they were like, how have you not gotten Infamy yet? And I've honestly been kicked for not going Infamy.
That must be an issue for Waltz. Well, Waltz doesn't really play pubs. But Waltz has near, 600 hours, and he's still just sitting at 100 because he doesn't want to go Infamy. He doesn't want to deal with that.
Yeah. Because, I have, pretty much just that. I've been kicked for not going Infamy, I've been kicked for going Infamy, I've been kicked for doing something right when the host has done something wrong, I've been kicked for no reason other than I don't know how to turn this game into friends-only mode. It's just...
Yeah.
You're gonna get kicked from a lot of games.
I got kicked for explaining to the host the difference between medkits and first aid kits, and he's like, "No, get out. You're wrong."
Yeah, that's just kind of how elitist the Payday 2 community is.
If you look at the forums, everyone's like, "Why would you use anything aside from these 3 guns? These are the best 3 guns in the game." And almost every time I see that, I say, it's a video game. It's about fun. Use the fun weapons, not the good ones.
Yeah, I hate it when people are like, I go on Payday 2 to have fun. I don't go on there. Well, occasionally I'll go in there with you guys and be like, okay, let's get this achievement done or whatever. But
there's a difference between achievement hunting and playing just to play.
Yeah, that is true.
There hasn't been anything in chat, Tavia. I've been keeping an eye on it. But yeah, I saw a thread the other day that was like, make an LMG skill tree or remove LMGs, and I'm like, why? And he goes,
yeah,
they're useless as they stand. I'm like,
it's
but
honestly
a hell of a lot of fun.
You can keep a piece of paper with you, just every day, and just go and do a bingo of the Payday forums.
So many people do that though. So many people actually do that.
Yeah. But I mean, it's honestly, every day, it's either...
Nerf this, pull this,
blah, blah,
this.
blah. Yeah. Remove kicking, remove guns.
Nerf cloakers, remove cloakers.
Honestly, it's almost every day remove cloakers, but honestly...
I had a good laugh yesterday. I saw someone say, implement vote kick. I'm like, it's in the game, dumbass. He's like, no, it's not. Oh. And then he posted on the thread like an hour later, like, oh, my bad, I didn't see it.
I know. I honestly hate it when like they act, when people on the forums act all cocky and like a jerk and everything, and then they go around and act like, "I'm sorry."
And then the first,
Please don't.
they act like super cocky, and then the first person that comes along proves them wrong.
Yeah. I remember.
Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know. You go.
There's a thread that just popped up today. It's by like some level 25 guy, and he's like, guys, it's free, Death Wish. Why don't I have? And I'm like, are you level 80? And he goes, oh, how do I get the Hawks HUD? And I'm just like, bye.
Oh my god. But I also kind of hate it when people like just go on there. They ask just a simple question, like just something very simple that can be answered in like 2 seconds.
Man,
But people just go in there and are like, use the search function, and just like you start rambling on for like 10 minutes when all they needed to say was one simple thing.
I just hate when like people raise a valid point, and it happens a lot. When people raise perfectly valid points in the community, and then they're just shot down because everyone's like I made a thread about it a while back. It's like, hey, so this is why free content is not always good. You can criticize free stuff. And half the thread was like, no, stop, die, it's free, they're not greedy, quit complaining. Oh, Tavia killed the manager.
Perfect. But, yeah, have you seen those 2 guys that replied to you?
Yeah.
In the, forums today on the next update thing?
Yep.
Yeah, they were complete idiots.
Yeah, I just don't understand. Like, half the
I mean-
community is elitist.
The other
Half
are just complete morons.
And then in the... It's like, I wouldn't say everyone's a moron. Like, there's mostly elitists. Then there's people like us that understand the game but just play for fun, not because we're part of like some clan cult or whatever.
Yeah.
And then there's And then
Those
there's
people
the,
who
and
say
then
that they
there's the
play the game and...
casuals.
Yeah, definitely the casuals.
Casuals who are like, so can I get into this game? Can I have good fun? And then the elite community just chews them up, spits them out, and ruins the game for them.
Yeah. And then there's honestly those people who say they play the game, but just like technically like leave it running and just go onto the forums and just uses this game to complain.
They don't even have... I saw a guy yesterday who tried to complain about Payday. Like, he made a whole thread about why it's terrible without sorting any valid points. He didn't even have it in his Steam account. He just played the demo.
Yeah, and then people, or when people say how to, like, you know, have you ever seen those threads that are like, how do I reset my achievements?
Yep.
And then they say, oh, my friend did it, or whatever.
It's like, no, you did it.
Yeah, you know what you did. Why am I a higher rank than you two?
What rank are you?
22.
How the hell did you get 22?
Probably did some challenges, I have no idea.
I'm probably gonna level up a bit. I'm doing strike challenges right now.
I remember someone actually was in the forums that was like, please remove...
Damn it, I missed it.
Please remove, please remove civvies from the game, or like, there's
Oh
also
my god.
some of the funniest ones I've actually seen, and like, funny because I just look at these forum
And it's like,
people just raging and yelling at each other.
It's like, what's wrong
and-
with these people?
Yeah, it's honestly, some of the funniest ones I've seen are like, just to remove the blank ones, or is Battlefield gonna, is Payday 2 gonna die because of Battlefield Hardline or GTA Online and all that. It's just, I just get a bucket of popcorn, a soda, and I just read these forum posts and just think to myself, these guys are complete idiots.
Hardline is a very different animal, so I don't think Payday is going to be threatened by that.
No way, it's essentially, it's Battlefield with cops and robbers.
Right. The Hardline versus mode is the aftermath of a heist, and the campaign is stopping heists.
Yeah, which is kind of weird if you think about it. It's a game about the multiplayer is about pulling off heists, but then the single players is all like, oh no, heists are bad, we gotta stop all the robbers, and it's like, what?
Yeah. And then, like, GTA, I can tell you GTA has very, or will probably have very, very good heists if they're anything like the single player ones.
Except they'll rarely give them out.
Right. And now, there are many reasons which I'm sure will be cool, like, the first time you play the GTA heist, but they will become tedious, I'm telling you, after the first time.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the GTA heist system?
Yes, each player, or at least each character, I know in the single player, each character goes off and does a different objective, whether it's getting a car or getting weapons and all that.
Right. Should I explain the multiplayer one for the theme, or for the stream?
Yeah, I guess so.
So the way the multiplayer heists work,
In GTA Online.
GTA Online, from what Rockstar said so far, the way they will be required to work, you can't do it with less than 4 people. And so the crew chief, everyone has different roles, which is kind of cool, and the chief gets to determine what everyone wears as like suits and masks and stuff. Also kind of cool. But my least favorite thing is at the end of the heist, the crew chief determines everybody's cut, and it's like,
Ooh, that's gonna get trolly fast.
yeah, because like I know in GTA when you do online stuff, cuts can get as low as 25%. So imagine in the heists, like the guy just keeps like 75% for himself and just splits the last 25 among the other 3 dudes.
Yeah, that would completely screw people over.
And aside from that, it's going to be annoying as hell to even set up heists, because much like in single player, you have to do a series of setup missions to get everything you need to pull it off.
Yeah.
And like, I get that's cool, that's fun, some people want to do that.
Except the problem with that is, it's not an objective-based game. It's a sandbox game. People are gonna dick around.
Right. And so, that means... And that's why I think Payday will survive. Payday, you're instantly in the heist, you get right to the action. You spend
Yeah, and you can take it from different...
tops.
You can take it from different approaches, too.
Right, you spend maybe 5 minutes tops trying to do setup, whereas the GTA heists, every time you want to play an online heist mission, you have to assemble a crew of 4, and then with that crew of 4, you have to go pull like 5 setup missions before you can even play the actual heist.
Yeah, and
I hope
then
nobody
the estimated...
leaves or has...
Hold on one sec.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead. Alright.
Oh, sorry, I had to talk to someone. Anyway,
So I was saying, like, I hope nobody disconnects or has to go in your 5 heist setup missions.
yeah, and kind of like in Payday 2, the only person you really need to worry about
Is the
disconnecting is the host, and honestly, that's gotten better over the years.
And they are improving desync and stuff. Every update's gotten better about it.
Yeah, we've crashed and got disconnected way less than usual.
Even desync's getting better.
Yeah. But what I was gonna say was, and that's kind of also with the whole everyone doing their own thing in a sandbox world. Their estimated time for completion of each heist is they said about an hour. But since it's a sandbox, and if you're playing with pubs, that's gonna take way longer than an hour.
Right. And now another thing about that, did they say if that hour is counting the setup missions or not?
Yeah, they said it was counting the setup.
Okay, it is. Because I know, not counting setup in single player, most heists go, like, for 20 minutes. Or, sorry, for 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And now, that raises the question, if in single player they're 40 minutes, how are they only 20 minutes longer when you have, like, 5 setup missions in online?
Yeah, which is...
Does that mean you're going to be spending the better part of an hour setting up for, like, 10 minutes of action?
Yeah, that can honestly be scary. Well, if you think about it.
Oh, sorry. Forgot I had it.
And did they say that these heists were going to be free? Or were they going to be paid?
They are all free.
Okay, well, at least that's good.
it'll be very interesting to see how it plays out, to be honest. But either way, going back to what originally got us onto GTA, Payday is nothing to fear from GTA.
Definitely. And neither Hardline. Hardline is... Nope.
Yeah. Like, Hardline, you don't... From what we know so far, you don't get to spend nearly as much time in the raw heist as you do with Payday. And then GTA is seeming like you'll spend more time setting up for the heist and getting people for the heist than you will actually heisting.
Because, you know, in all the Battlefield games, it's, you know, you get EXP and whatever, and leveling up from getting kills, and if you really suck at the game, or you're just now getting into the game, that's going to be very hard, while as in Payday, you get EXP from just completing the jobs, which honestly I like better, because it kind of shows like a hardened, you know, like you've done a lot of hard heists, you're kind of like better skilled and whatever, rather than just, I went in, got a bunch of hacks, and started shooting everyone.
Right. In this one, it's like, if you just show up and try, you'll do well, and depending on how hard you try, that's how much XP you get.
Yeah.
And again, this isn't one of the games where it's like, alright, let's drive to Gage, buy some guns, buy some mods. Alright, let's drive to the mask store. Let's drive to the tailor, get some suits. Alright, time to start getting drills and equipment and stuff. And then after like an hour of setup, alright, let's heist for 20 minutes.
Yeah, they're all different play styles. So you can't really... I mean, obviously, Payday 2 is not going to get any form of challenge, and Payday 2 isn't going to challenge GTA 5, or none of them are going to challenge each other, honestly, because they're all different games. Payday 2 is a co-op, 4-player co-op heist game, which is honestly more kind of arcadey, because obviously we have this sentry gun and a bunch of cops running through, and then you have GTA 5, which is more third-person, open world, just everything that, just open world, honestly. And then you got Battlefield Hardline, which is a massive multiplayer online game.
Right.
Which is about going and killing each other rather than doing actual objectives to finish a heist.
Yeah.
But
they've all got unique elements that make them rise.
Their own game.
Like, they're all going to be, and we already know Payday is, and GTA is. All of these games are great on their own, and they are great for the people who want them.
Yeah.
Their fan bases are definitely going to be very satisfied, but I don't know, I feel like everyone is always like, is Payday going to be killed by this? Is Hardline... Like, even Overkill made a whole thing out of like, alright, 2015's here, we're gonna fight off the other heist games. It's like, what? What fight?
Yeah, I thought that was funny.
I'll cover up here while you guys loot.
Alright. Now, kind of back on the bomb.
Oh yeah, that's where that started.
Yeah.
If that's not
Now,
a sidetrack, I don't know what is.
I know, completely off a topic from the bomb, but anyway. It's obvious that we're not just stealing this bomb to steal a bomb. It's obvious it's kind of, this is going to play out kind of like the dentist, where, you know, contractor and he wants to do us some jobs for some ultimate goal, and our ultimate goal for the dentist were to pull off some of the biggest heists and break out Old Hoxton. But
That's
what could be the butchers? What could be the butcher's motive for all this?
That's one of my favorite things about the dentist and also Hector, in that all their heists, if you play them in a certain order, they have a narrative.
Yeah, they definitely have a narrative.
And then there's and then like, I'm interested to see how the butcher fits in with what Houston said in the web series, which is, we are modern day Robin Hoods. We steal from the corrupt and give to the
you know, poor.
Yeah, it's like, do you? Because like, technically there's an argument to defend everything they do, except
But this is very questionable.
the bomb We don't know what the Butcher's motivation is. All we know is we are stealing military-grade explosives for some dude we've just met, because money.
Yeah.
So, I'd say the bomb is the only one you can't accurately defend.
It's honestly, it's gonna be, I'll be honest, it'll be funny if it's like the trailer for the Butcher and the announcement for all his heists, or her heists, or whatever it is. It's just like, it's a he?
Simon said to he.
Well, alright, well, if it's like his heist, and it's like, he just like, this time it's like, it gets like Hoxton or Wolf or something in the trailer, and it's like, he threatens them with a butcher knife or something.
That'd be great, like, Wolf goes in to, like, get a steak for dinner or whatever, like... Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah. Honestly, I think that would honestly be funny because Dallas gave in to a tiny little scalpel, and if...
And like Wolf or Hawks just gives a stare down to the Butcher with the knife, like, what the hell are you doing? You know who I am?
I know. Also, I thought that was pretty funny considering the fact that it was like, you're threatening him with a tiny little knife that can probably barely do anything.
Yeah, it's like, you've got a scalpel. I kill people for a living.
I know.
Think about what you're doing. You know I kill hundreds of people a day.
It's honestly pretty gutsy.
And it worked. If it was anyone except Dallas, it wouldn't have worked.
Oh yeah, imagine. Oh no.
It's true.
If it was Wick.
Wick would have just pulled out Sound's pistol, shot him.
No, it
got himself killed.
No, Houston wouldn't even be in the building. The receptionist would be like, "Nope, trash can for you."
Hoxton or Wolf, or probably even Chains would be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And just like punch out the person with the scalpel. Like,
Clover would just yell, "Shield."
Shield!
That or stab them in the neck with bullets.
Stab them with a bullet.
Yes, stab the new melee weapon confirmed, the bullet.
Amazing.
New contractor confirmed, the grocery stop manager.
He just like hits Dallas with a thing of broccoli as he's at checkout or whatever. Dallas is just like in sweatpants shopping for the safe house or whatever.
No, it's like, I want you to work for me, and then like it's just a cut scene like later, and Dallas has got like a store clerk uniform on.
That's like new contractor, the bag boy. And it's like, Bane's like, the fuck did you do? Why do we work for this man now? And Dallas is like, it was worth it, check it out. He reaches into like the bag, pulls out a coupon book, he's like, check it out.
No, it's like a promotion for Coke. What I'll do for Coke.
Like a 2-week Stop and Shop deal or whatever.
Sure, go with it.
And they'd all just be like, yeah, I'm cool with it. We have a new chat person. John RS21 says, hey Jake. Do we know a Jake?
I think he might be mistaking you for some guy named Jake. His name is actually John.
My name's John. I don't know Jake unless you're referring to Jacob Waltz, who's not currently in our stream.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Waltz.
I forgot about our friend.
I just call him Waltz, I never call him Jacob, so...
I don't either. I get really weirded out when Tavi always refers to him as Jacob. I'm like, no, he's Waltz.
God, I honestly got freaked out for a second there because I just pressed the F key and first roll that triggers the heist. So I'm like, oh crap, did I blow it already?
You know that's Chains is the dealer right there.
Where?
Doing the voice for this guy right here. That's like giving us the directions. That's Chains.
He sounds like it.
That's Payday 1
He
Chains.
sounds Jamaican for a Mexican guy.
Wait, we can get through those guys!
Yeah, I just waddled past.
Hey, do you guys want to get an achievement for finding all 10 money bundles?
Oh wait, it's these guys we can't go past.
Like, I probably am going to go out of my way for that achievement, just telling you now.
I'll go with you.
Oh, is it really only Overkill 145?
I think she's thinking about the red door.
I'm talking about the one for like 10 money bundles. It doesn't mention anything about difficulty in the achievement description, it just says Phi. But the other two are spread throughout the building and stuff. They're not only in the one building, or in the one room.
Oh, well, okay then.
Alright. Oh, that was a save.
They have Mac 10s and I have an AK assault rifle. Anyway,
Back to the bomb.
oh, I was actually gonna move on to undercover.
Oh, sorry, go right ahead.
What do you guys think this is all about? Finding the undercover files in Payday 2, finding the Taxman files, finding
They found
essentially
assets.
everything undercover.
Yeah. And that makes me think, because there's always, like, Overkill and Bane have always been dropping hints about, like, undercover's kind of probably maybe sort of linked to our next secret. And now
Yeah.
we found
We find these.
we found CrimeNet in Payday 1. And then
Yeah.
and now Taxman's coming back. My big question, what the hell happened to Taxman?
Yeah, that's also kind of weird.
Like
They never really said what happened to him.
Like last we saw him, he was bloody, broken, and tied to a chair. It's not like the FBI was just gonna leave him there. They were there to arrest him. They didn't know we were gonna be there.
Yeah.
Like, did they just leave him there? Like, I guess.
Oh yeah, and then Hoxton's little hint. I'm not sure if you can honestly qualify this as a hint, but I thought this was a nice little line. You know how he says like, I kind of miss beating up that old twat, Pat Brosco. Maybe we should break him out
Did you just
next.
say Pat Brosco?
I don't know. How do you say it?
Matt Roscoe is the name of the guy in Heat Street.
God, I haven't played Heat Street in a while, or at least I haven't paid attention to Heat Street.
But he says during the breakout that he's not the rat, though.
Yeah, but still, he even says but he does say he misses beating him up and he would like to, and maybe
him
we should
out.
break him out.
I was thinking, like, is the guy we beat up, burn, and nearly kill in this heist going to be our new teammate in the second game?
Why would that? What? That would piss so many people off.
I don't know, but Hoxton talks about it, like, let's go back.
Yeah, he
and-
talks like it because he likes to use him as his own personal punching bag.
Yeah, I guess. Still.
I was just gonna suggest maybe go and kill him.
Nah, Hawks would never kill him, then he loses his punching bag.
But think about it. Achievement. Something achievement related. Hey,
Okay.
come here real quick.
Where?
Over here.
Where's over here?
Oh, I think that's a bot then. No, that's Tavia. Downstairs. There's a box in this vending machine.
That's how you load vending machines.
That's really how you load them?
Yeah.
It's weird. So this is our third heist of the night, and seeing as this is, you know, we always do 3. Anyone who's in the actual chat or anyone who watches this as an archive video, we will be streaming tomorrow as a kind of an achievement video. It'll be me, Waltz, Tavia, John. We're going for Dr. Miserable and what was the other one? Entrapment?
Yep. In Payday 2.
Yeah.
First
In
one,
Payday 2.
Dr. Miserable will be in the Big Oil heist, and Entrapment will
Entrapment.
be in the Big Bang DLC heist.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to check that out, you know where we're at.
Oh yeah. Don't leave. Please don't leave.
Please,
Please.
we need you.
Oh, wait. Anyway.
We live on tips.
Anyway. I feel that at least one butcher heist is gonna be free. At least one.
I don't know if they are, though, because LGL, basically the fate of the company kind of rests on them getting their cut from the butcher.
Yeah. But what if it's like, What if it's like what everyone was suggesting, like a season pass sort of thing for the Butcher? You buy this one, you buy the season pass or whatever for the Butcher heist, or like you just buy the Contractor, and then every heist later on is just you get them as an update.
I would be cool with this. I know a lot of people are still asking for Dentist passes.
And honestly, they kind of got it with the heist bundle.
Oh, that's true though.
Every single heist released from the past year. Except there's one problem with that. I can't seem to find it on the store page.
Well, why? You already have all the content from it.
I know, but I own like all the DLC for Metro Last Light, but I used to still see the buy the whatever edition, the whatever the Game of the Year edition was.
I think it. Huh. That's weird.
So unless it really does, like, unless it just becomes unavailable whenever you, you know, buy all the DLC, that just seems kind of weird. But anyway, I'm kind of glad that they actually did that. And I just laugh whenever people say, "Oh, it's a slap in the face of the community whoever bought it first," and because it's honestly just people who didn't read the actual announcement.
Yeah. Like, just slapping the face to the people that bought it? No, this is for all the new people. Because almost every new player I've seen has gone on to make a thread or talk to me like, "Oh my god, there's so much DLC for this game." It's like, there really isn't that much. Although there kind of is.
There is, but it's all up to choice. It's up to your playstyles. Do you play, you know, far away sharpshooter? You buy the DLC for sniper pack.
And that's my kind of style too, so I'm very happy.
Yeah.
Like
You play up close and personal. You get the shotgun or you get the LMG pack.
Yeah.
You want an all-rounder? You buy and you want to try out one of each type of weapon? Then you buy the historical pack.
You like just tampering with your guns to find your fit? Try the mod pack.
Oh, mod pack is a must-have. That's the only one I will say that is a must-have for weapons.
I would argue Gauge Pack 1 just for the grenades.
But that's kind of just if it's just for the well you also get the SIG 40.
Good too. SIG 40 is community. Yeah. Sorry, no, I'm thinking
wait,
of the
what?
Sorry, I was thinking of the Interceptor.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think you're thinking of the Interceptor 40.
I got both the Gauge 1 pack and Transport pack at the same time, so I can never remember what weapon is in each.
Gauge Transport has the Commando.
You literally just said Gauge Transport.
Oh my god. Anyway.
Good try.
Oh, Gauge Transport. I can just imagine it just pushing him along the road in a wheelchair.
Like,
New heist confirmed 2016.
God damn it. Oh,
anyway, what I was meaning to say was I think that the armored transports, they had the Gruber Kurz, the Swedish K, and the Commando. And what other ones were you confused about?
Gauge 1. Well, those I know that's like the Eagle. That sounds cool.
It had the Eagle, the SIG 40, the
and there's an
SMG. It's like I know what it is. Like I can definitely tell from the if I were to see a picture of it, I'd know yeah, that's from. No, the Swedish K was from armored transport.
Ow, sniper.
It was like a I can't remember what it was called, but I definitely know how it looks.
Oh, I think I got it.
What was the other one?
That was it.
That was all the ones you were confused? Alright.
I just realized we've never done a train heist on stream.
That's not a smart idea.
Why not?
Unless it was like hard or normal.
I'd say train's fairly easy. It's one of the easier ones in my opinion.
You have not played it with me, Walt, and Tavia.
This sounds interesting. Now I want to do this.
Alright, well, if we have time tomorrow, I guess we can attempt it. Oh yeah, for her it's because of lag.
No. White Christmas is the only one I really lagged on. And I have like a brand new gaming PC too, so I don't know why that would lag.
Yeah.
Because like, White Xmas drops, I drop frames a lot, but every other heist is always 60 or above.
Do we ever use a magnetic crane or a magnetic device on? Oh, right. Never mind.
In Payday 2?
No. I saw the helicopter in this, and I was like, wait, there's a magnet on the bottom of it. And then I remembered that we have to get the safe house or the panic room out of here.
What's the thing for the whole objective for? Nah, that must not be important.
As long as I get to shoot people, I'm fine.
Go back to Con, Brandon. Yeah.
Can I get the? I can't get the C4 through the wall.
That is what I miss about Payday 2. Bane's callouts were actually helpful in this. He'll be like, "This is how long you have until assault. These are the specials that are currently spawning."
And then Bane is just like, add root beer. That's essentially what Council Soda is. It's like club soda.
Yeah, in Payday 2, he'll be like, "Alright, hey, the assault's starting." It's not like
what
this
assault?
one
We just
where-
ended.
Huh? No, I mean Payday 2.
I know.
Oh, right.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
like he'll say that, but then it's like, wait, we just finished this assault. What do you mean, Bane?
He's like, "Oh, whoops." And
Or when Desync
Ow.
gets, you died.
yes, I did.
And remember when we did Go Bank and Tavia completely screwed us?
No.
She was in the trunk and the timer was going.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's an interesting story. We should tell it.
Okay, so me,
It was
John, and Tavia, were we going for an achievement?
Sewer rats. No, we had walls for sewer
No.
rats. Did we have vaults?
No, we didn't do it for sewer rats.
We were just playing it to play it.
I think so. I think it was actually during stream. It was during Death Wish.
Was it? I don't think it was on stream, was it?
No. I don't know. I don't know if it was on stream, but we were just doing to do it, and we decided, since Captain Rogers was coming anyway, since we were in suits, just to run it, and so Tavi was like, I don't know what she exactly said, but she was like, I'm gonna try and do it last minute. Because it was like Houston or someone was in like down, right?
I think it was Wick.
She was waiting for it was Wick, and she was waiting for the timer to go. And the timer was like 1 second behind the
It was like 10 seconds
point of no
behind.
return.
For me, it was 0 for at least 10 seconds before the heist ended, and we somehow
Me
won it.
too, and we were like just confused.
You and I were both like screaming at the top of our lungs. That was terrible for us.
Yeah, it was too scary for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I showed it.
You are not Nova.
We can be the next creatures, except we actually know how to play Payday. Haha.
That's messed up, man.
What?
Nothing. But what I think is weird about the creatures whenever they do Payday 2 videos is why is it that their levels are so low? Like
Yeah.
when Nova was doing and like when James and whatever they were doing their videos.
James is Nova.
God, I keep getting names screwed up tonight. I mean, like Kutra, when they were doing their videos, like Kutra was like high level, like he was near level 100. But when I went back and watched one of his old videos, like, well, not one of the old videos, but one of his new videos from like Nova's while he was playing with Nova, like he was like level 60 or something.
Yeah, that's kind of my issue. It's like, alright, here's Overkill's Golden Boys, you know, they're our best friends in the gaming community. They are huge fans of our game. They did not know how to play single heist. They didn't even know, like, They played Big Bank like, alright, I haven't done this one before, how do we do it? It's like, you got your live. And you ever notice that, like, the first Payday 2 video Nova's done since the beta was uploaded, like, during Trine Fest, and that was it?
Yeah. It was probably because, you know, the whole
because
Twitch
paid them to come out there and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know, I just don't like stuff like that, where both the developers and a certain group pretend like they're the heroes of the community or whatever, and they have no idea how to play.
Honestly, the real people who honestly probably should get more attention, probably some of the, not us, well, us a little bit, but
We'd like
you know, more
attention. We don't know
more.
if we need it, but we'd like it.
Yeah, we'd like it, but I don't know if we need it. But anyway, what I was talking like was more of the Twitch streamers who actually, you know, actually stream it, and the people who make YouTube videos on it, who are active in the community, stuff like that.
The people that are non-elitists,
Essentially.
like, I feel like the people that need more attention are the ones that are A, good at the game, but not jerks about it. Like, if you're not good, you can't play.
I don't think people like that need attention.
A tribe, huh?
Does Tribe even know how to play the game?
No, he's just too busy not letting people who don't have microphones play it.
No
Ow.
video game for you.
No microphone, no video game.
Alright.
Alright, get out. Oh no. I shot
What?
Chains in the face.
Ha.
Rip.
Wait, how do we go from discussing new heists to the community again?
We're just so good.
Do good for you?
Yeah.
Is anyone actually watching?
One person is.
Say hi, person.
Hi, person!
Not you.
I just realized I installed Hogshead because everyone in the chat was like, John, you should get it for the stream. And then we haven't actually streamed Payday 2 since I got Hogshead.
Yeah, we'll stream it tomorrow. Well, it
Yeah,
depends on
that's
who's
true.
streaming it.
Like, I got it because all the fans, and by all I mean like 3, were like, hey, you should get Hogshead. I'm like, alright. I did absolutely nothing with it. Aside from Knockout.
Oh god, Knockout. We should have streamed that. I know. I feel like doing the Schwarzenegger voice right now, but I don't feel like doing the Schwarzenegger voice.
What?
That voice.
Yeah, I know. Do your Gollum.
I like the feeling.
So we doing any more heists or are we done?
Well-
Ew!
What?
I got the
Wait, what? What just happened? What just happened?
You stood next to the door with C4 on it. What do you think?
This game doesn't have gun physics.
What do you mean gun physics?
I mean explosion physics. I mean, I can stand in front of the First World Bank explosives and kaboom! Nothing happens. I leave unscathed.
First World
Oi
Bank.
chains, oi chains, that's all I hear is oi chains, oi chains!
First World Bank is the only one that doesn't have the explosion physics, though.
Why didn't you tell me?
I thought you knew!
I didn't know that. I haven't played. Whenever I do this, I barely do this heist because I never had anyone to play with. So we just did the easiest heist with pubs.
God damn it, Talia. She went for chains and took a dozer. She went on the dozer's wild ride. Time to go.
I will die for chains. A useless bot.
Please don't. Oh, you did.
Yeah, well, chains can get me now.
Now I have to die for you, because Chains isn't doing it. Okay, Chains is doing it, bye.
Go, 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 go. I honestly... What? Okay.
What just happened?
Yeah, that's
honestly, what?
Yeah, I just saw a sewer open up.
Alright, so we're done.
Well, hold on, I wanted to say something. I don't think it's gonna be a military transport. I honestly think it's gonna be murky water.
But that kind of makes Shadow Raid pointless, because the whole reason Shadow Raid is stealth and not just shoot up the warehouse is because Bane is scared of murky water and a direct assault on them.
Well, I think he was more afraid of, you know, it's in their own compound. They know everything about the compound. They have a lot of weapons stored there. And since we're just hitting one of their convoys, and there's very little resistance, we just gotta deal with a few murky waters instead of an entire compound.
But that still angers them in the long run, because, like...
True.
The whole reason Shadow Raid is quiet, Bane says, is because murky water has expanded since... That would be cool.
That would be awesome, but I think that would piss too many people off, because I think people would see that just as a kind of a... Huh?
That would fit in with the whole Butcher theme.
That would, but I feel like that would honestly just piss people off, and people would see it as another, just an armored transport, like, reskin.
I don't know, because, like, the whole reason we're not supposed to screw with the Murkies in Shadow Raid is because Bane is worried that, you know, they're multinational now, they've got stakes in...
They are much, much bigger now.
Yeah, they
go into active war zones instead of just helping Gensec.
Yeah.
Like, in this one, wasn't Murky Water actually just a more elite version, or actually with Gensec?
Yeah, they're just covering a Gensec truck.
Yeah.
In this one. And then in Payday 2, they function on their own, and they are international, they go into wars, take everything, and walk out of the wars as usually the last survivors.
Yeah.
And Bane is worried that, because now that they've got probably better resources than the police, Bane is worried that if we piss them off, whenever they see it on the news or whatever, that the Payday gang is mobilized, that they're gonna just come out to the streets and hunt us down or whatever.
Yeah. And honestly, it's just, I doubt it would be, you know, an armored transport, because we don't even know what type of bomb it is. For all we know, it's a freaking, like, just one of those things that drop out of airplanes.
I assume it's pretty big if it's got a whole heist around it.
What if it's a nuke?
Then, fuck.
One shot hits the bomb and it's game over for the entire game. No, it just crashes your computer because it acts like 25 flash bombs going at once.
It just crashes your computer because, hey, you just irradiated DC. You better uninstall Payday.
No, it's like the boot screen is like, you decided to play the bomb. Now you see what happens when you play the bomb.
This is why you don't buy games from Europeans.
Anyway, I was also gonna say, did they kind of leak? Were they working on this for a while? Because remember a while back they actually found files for a National Guard. Like they found files for an enemy labeled National Guard, like security.
Alright, so they certainly did, and I think I'd say that could be the bomb.
Then, if so, this was worked on months before Crime Fest was even a thing.
We will in just a sec, Tavia. Although I think I read somewhere that Shadow Raid was found in the Sniper Pack because they came out in the same month, and I think it was supposed to be originally a military warehouse instead of just Murkies. Like, I think Murkies, that's why they all wear the helmets and stuff. Like,
yeah.
I think Murkies are just the National Guard with backpacks and the helmets.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait next week, and you guys will also have to wait next week or for our stream of the bomb. You want to do the sign out?
All right. Tavia, could you tell him the thing you just told to me? And anyway, thank you guys for watching. We are, of course, The Rusty Chains. If you enjoy our content, feel free to check us out on Steam. Or, of course, you can get in touch with us on Twitter at @TheRusty_Chains. Thanks for watching.
And we stream every Saturday, and honestly, this is probably one of the most civilized streams we've ever done.
Oh, easily. We definitely stream every Saturday, and we sometimes like to throw it up in the air like this stream and do some extra ones in the week.
All right.
Alright. Thanks for watching.